All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Hibike Euphonium, Season 1, Episode 13, the season finale.
Yeah.
And Kumiko has, been struggling, but she has also discovered her true love for the youth. Yes. And she found the youth-kun little thing. So it's a wink from the fates.
Yes. Yeah. And Reina's going to help her, to be with her as she goes to be special, to be someone who can be, standing alongside her.
As soon as she tells her about, what you were with Taki-sensei? Wait, hold on, what's going on? Chotomate kudasai.
Yes, exactly. You have to give me details.
Right.
Did you learn anything new? Anything I can use? You know?
Yeah. How does one learn this power?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just did it? You didn't how did you end up alone talking about
this time of the day?
Right.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Here we are.
Here we are. And y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. Potentially no OP this episode.
That would be a sad thing indeed.
I mean, it's the finale, so
that's true.
All the time they can get. Yeah.
Okay.
Up and at him, Kumiko.
You can do it.
All right.
Yes.
Very similar to the beginning of the show.
忘れ物ない？定期忘れた。おはよう。
Hey.
Fancy meeting you here.
Aw. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we're getting an OP, Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we don't have it here, then...
戸出ししてる。もう？もう早いよ。
Showing all of us up.
Yeah.
っていうか、トアのナックルは？多分まだ。
With Nov.
遅い。
With the moose. No.
今から譜面学士を配ります。各担当が取りに来てください。受け取ったら各自なくさないようにね。
ほい。どうもっす。
行くよ。
Aw, she's looking at him. Yeah. Noticing him looking at her, too. At or Kumiko. But yeah.
行きましょうか。
What's the story there?
Okay.
すみません。お待たせしました。全員揃ってますか？
タキシードだ。タキシード、やばいね。
The voice acting is so good.
Yeah.
私たちサブメンバーのチームもだから皆さんへのお守りを作りました。
Oh!
ありますので
Okay.
どうぞ受け取ってく
How
ださい。
sweet!
イニシャル入りです。なんか私のだけ大きいんですけど。愛だよ。嫌がらせという名の。
Through harassment.
あとは緑と塚本くん。
Tsukumoto, she's given to her last.
部長から皆さんへ何か一言。
私ですか？
Just impromptu speech.
待ってました、部長。
Ah, speech,
Yes.
speech.
させるよ。5本。
Don't tempt me. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
北宇治ファイト。
Oh.
さあ、会場に私たちの三日月が舞うよ。はしゃぎすぎだ。
Even Taki got into it. Oh. This is so
Because he's
sweet.
right there with them.
Let's
like,
go.
even though he's been the drill sergeant, he's cheering with them.
Yeah.
私の演奏テクニックを見よって思えばいいんです。緑ちゃん強いね。はい、緑めちゃくちゃ楽しみなんです。
I wonder how nostalgic this is for people who were in these types of things in school.
Oh,
And getting to see these types of events going down, you know?
Yeah.
広がらないように固まって。
Whoa!
Okay.
揃ってる？
Hey.
楽器運搬の人。うん。失礼。
Aww.
わかった。
Fist bump. Yeah.
Go get it.
Oh. That was sweet.
Everyone's getting ready. Tuning
Yeah,
up.
Tuning it, yeah.
Because Kumiko still hasn't actually played it to, like, Taki's I'm nervous.
ちょっと高いかも。
ここで何か話そうと思っていろいろ考えてきたのですが、あまり私から話すことはありません。全国大会を目指すと決めました。
Yeah. Remember the beginning.
誇ってください。私たちは
Nice.
北宇治高等学部吹奏楽部です。
He believes in him.
会場をあっと言わせる準備はできましたか？
Oh, hell yeah. Please. Amaze us. I can't wait.
私は聞いているんですよ。
Yeah.
会場をあっと言わせる準備はできましたか？
Nice.
Okay. Wait, so they're actually they're just going straight into the performance. So
本番頑張ろうね。
so we haven't actually been able to see Kumiko do it right yet.
Right. Yeah, but
大丈夫かよ。
問題ない。
問題ないって感じじゃないけど。
うるさい。
何すんだよいきなり。
別に。
Yeah, it was a little close there, buddy.
yeah.
あんなに練習したんだからさ。
Oh, pout.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Well, looking the other way. Yeah.
だよ。
Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here we go.
とこのまま夏が続けばいいのに。
Hey, it's not over yet.
今日が最後じゃないですよ。私たちは全国に行くんですから。そうだったね。そういえば、それが目標だった。
Whoa.
It's gorgeous.
Oh,
The animation is so good.
I'm so excited right now.
Sound fantastic.
Oh.
全国に行けたらいいな。口先だけの約束みたいなもの。
Yeah, you really want it.
本当に実現させようなんて一度も思ったことなかっ
Old
た。
journals passed.
馬鹿げたことだって思う。
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Nope.
全国に行く。
Yep, reaching for the top. Here we go.
All right. Now for the next piece.
Yep, here we go. Oh. Is this the one where the solo is?
This is the one with the solo, and
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
it's the one that Kumiko was having trouble with.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's go.
This is really
Let's
good.
go.
Oh.
Yeah.
いいっすね。
Oh. It's a good sound.
Okay.
Oh, go Sema-chan.
All
Let's do
right.
this. Yeah, all those notes.
Okay.
Oh. Nice. Why does this feel like something that's used in like a JRPG, you know?
I mean, yeah, it would definitely fit. It's a great track. All right, and we're gonna hear the solo again, right?
Oh, zit. Yep, here we go. Oh, I'm so proud of him!
Yep.
Wow. And she's flanked by the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she killed it.
Yep.
She killed it. Oh. Oh.
It's gonna be a tough act to follow.
Well, that's the thing, because they were the ones that were going in between two. Or is that a different performance?
That was at the the one where they did the march.
That's right, yeah. Oh. Wow.
Okay. They did it.
Oh.
It did so good.
Yeah. Oh, well done, Kumiko. Well done.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now it's the redo at the beginning of the season. Oh, she couldn't look. They did it! Yes! Oh!
All right.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Everyone.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The principal. Yeah. Oh, look at
They
these
did
four.
it. They did it.
Yeah. The next piece. Our piece goes on. There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh.
That was so awesome.
Oh. Like recap. Cool. All right. What a wonderful, wonderful bookend to the beginning of the season.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this track.
Yeah.
Is
It's
this-
like a re-rendition, I think, of the OP.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The bit with Asuka where, like, and, you know, I've always liked Asuka as a character, but the fact that even she, the one that's usually so,
Right.
like, fearless and confident,
Was
is like,
nervous as
it's about
hell.
to end, and Kumiko was the one that's like, no, it's not going to end here. We're going to
Right.
nationals. And she's like, that's right. That's right, we
Oh,
are.
the president's holding the trophy.
Yeah.
Oh, where's everyone? Yeah.
Taki in the back there. and-
Asuka, Kumiko, and Reina right next to each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ah, that was great. That was great.
So it's just a big performance. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and that was mean, not
That was-
letting us see Kumiko do it well. When
Yeah,
the
yeah.
previous episode, it's like, will she be able to do it? Okay,
They did
all
it.
right, they
guys.
did it.
They did it.
I'm going to nationals. Or well, wait, no, they're going on to the next stage.
Going to the
of
next
things.
stage
Right.
with a few other schools. At
Yeah.
least I would say 2 other schools.
But okay,
But yeah.
all right.
That is
They did fantastic. They did
Huge.
excellent.
yeah.
Okay, their hard work paid off, and the like.
So you're sure they're not going to nationals though?
We can double check. There was there was someone that basically clarified on the Discord of like, yeah, so the way the whole thing to nationals works is that there's like multiple pieces and things that they have to do.
Right. Yeah. The part
Yeah.
that makes sense as to why it wouldn't necessarily be nationals is that they have to represent their region.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But there should be kind of a thing like Haikyuu
Yeah,
as well,
no,
where
so-
they send multiple schools.
So
to
the order for them
nationals.
to get to nationals would be Kyoto, Kansai, and then all of Japan. Right. So Kyoto is the city, then
city.
Kansai
So now
the
the
region,
region.
and then the
Cool.
nation.
Cool.
So this was
Okay.
this was
So
Kyoto.
they're representing Kyoto now,
Right.
which is the capital. That's pretty
That's
awesome.
a big deal.
No, it's not. It's not Tokyo.
Actually, no,
but
no, right.
It was the capital.
It was the capital at one point. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's a big city.
Guys, they did this and they sounded fantastic. And
Yep.
even though I don't know jack about music and stuff like that, I could tell so much more had been achieved through their practice and hard work
Yep,
from
yep.
this than all the times before.
And the way that they
Glorious.
were like, the way that it's like, okay, one, skipping the OP, it's like, all right, cool, yeah, I like it, you know, because there's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff that we need to get into in this episode.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of great music, right? You know, and saving the OP for the ED, it's wonderful. But we left the last episode off on like a positive note for sure, because Kumiko had the emotional catharsis and everything, and that like she had gotten that victory, right?
Right.
But she still hadn't gotten the actual musical victory of, can I perform it, right?
Right.
And we did have Taki saying that he believed in her and that I still fully expect you to be able to do it.
Yep. But we
But-
never saw her do it in practice.
I was like, even though it's like, okay, if we're going straight to the performance, then, and she's in it, then that
Right.
means she must have gotten to the point where she was able to do it, you know? Because otherwise Taki wouldn't have had her be in there. He would have just been like, okay, I guess we have one youth, you know? But the fact that, like, that they still didn't show us, still didn't show us until they're actually going out there.
Yeah, that was a really tough bit of tension to deal with there. And then they spent the majority of the first half of the episode kind of prepping us to see where everyone is at emotionally.
Yeah.
In that everyone's nervous, everyone's excited.
Yep.
Everyone's feeling like they can come together as a group, as a club now, because they're actually now all in on this. No one is, left out. Even those that are part of the subgroup, they made little charms for everyone. And that was wholesome and adorable because it's like, okay,
Great.
Two of our favorite girls are in there and doing their best with it. It's just like, this is so good.
Like, I expected that this episode would have their performance, right? Because, you have to have that. But the thing that has kind of surprised me about this show is how they handle all the people that aren't going to actually be in the performance, right? Because it makes sense, band, you got to be competitive if you're going for nationals. Not everyone's going to make it.
Right.
But
yeah.
The fact that, like, Hazuki, for instance, and Nakagawa, but especially for Hazuki, didn't get in, it's like, okay, but they're still part of the main cast. How are they going to be used in the story?
Exactly.
And the way that we got to see them listening in with bated breath and like, oh, wait, no, here comes the bass.
Here it comes,
and they're enraptured by it. Also a bit sad because they're not a part of it. But at the same time,
be in the same room.
Right. They're not in. Yeah, right. Exactly. They're listening through a wall or a door or whatever. But they still were a part of it, right? So I, like that was great because it's that little bit of it not being so simple of just yes, and now all we do is win, that made the performance feel so much more impactful, I guess.
Yeah, we
because
were able to get more invested into it.
Yeah, because it's the sacrifices that were made that didn't pan out the way they would have hoped
for a lot of the characters,
and yet they still wouldn't give this up for anything to be able to be here, to be a part of this ensemble, even if they're not performing with them, and listening to them give this performance as they shoot for nationals. So
yeah, it was really special having it from the perspective of Kumiko as well. Then when a lot of the characters that have been around her this time are showing that they're there for her to encourage her, like Sapphire, for instance. And she's like, no, I not only know that you're nervous, I know why you're nervous. And you're nervous specifically because you're worried about failing. But don't worry, you're not going to fail. Just, you've got this. And then Reina as well being like, hey, tie my hair tight, but do it tight. Like, I don't want the slightest little thing to be imperfect right now.
Exactly.
I need you to help me with this. And then even Asuka, just being like,
having that bit of doubt, like,
I really I really would have wished we had more. What did she say? She wished we'd had more summer. Like,
I wish the summer could have gone on forever. It's all about to end, or it's over.
That was a really cool moment to have her go like, wait, what do you mean? Like,
it's and the thing is that at the beginning of the show, Kumiko made the whole thing of, what do you mean? What are you talking about? In the negative, right? And it was a negative thing where Kosuka is like, oh man, we didn't get to nationals, and she's like, you really thought we could make it to nationals? Now it's wait, what are you talking about? We're making it to nationals.
Right.
Like, this isn't it.
Yeah. I wish summer could go on forever. And then she's like, well, we're going to nationals.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you're right.
And I love it because
that is our goal. Yeah.
Because for Asuka and the other, like, the non-first years, but especially for the third years, they've never had this happen before, right? It's always, we go here, and even if we try, we suck, right? The ensemble as a whole ends up sucking. Yeah. And then that's it, right? And that's what they figured they had to look forward to probably for this third year, even though they tried to get everyone excited and riled up so that way they could do it. Like before Taki came in and was like, hey, do you want to go to nationals? All right, we're going to do this. Like when Asuka was helping them all do the performance at the school and things like that. And we were like, oh, that actually sounds pretty good. And then it's like, no, they sucked, right? That was awful.
Right.
So the whole idea of them potentially moving on to the next stage of things is alien to them.
Yeah, that's
right.
whole new world they're going into now.
But now it's happening, right?
Yeah, that's really, really good. And I loved the build up to the second piece with Reina doing the solo.
Yeah, that was great. Like, because when Reina did the solo as part of like the secondary tryouts, right? It was gorgeous. Like it was absolutely beautiful to listen to. But hearing it while seeing everyone there, but then also the little bits of sound that the other people would give, so that it's not like it's
Kumiko.
not just Reina playing, and how it transitioned into it, and then how it transitioned out of it, like
Showing
good.
Showing Kaori and
Yuko,
Yuko also on
either side of her
there.
Yep.
With those kind of almost like tilted down, eyes slightly like their eyes not as wide open as the others,
but those tiny little upturned corners at the mouth, yeah,
and then her kind of getting to hear the final bits of it and kind of accepting like, yeah, that was the right call. And while all this is going on, the animation presentation for all of it was glorious. But like the stuff they did for Taki's just hand movements and stuff.
It's,
oh my God.
We are so spoiled.
So spoiled. It's ridiculous.
It's one of those things where like, if this is your first anime that deals with like music and stuff, just know how rare this is, because it's way more common for it to be something where no, like if the people are playing piano, you just show it from the side so you don't actually see the fingers moving, right?
Gotcha,
or if you do show it, you only show it for like the most important parts and just for a little bit. But this for him, just like for doing the directing and everything, a casual shot where it's like, okay, we're doing stuff, and then you show him move his hand, and it's the amount of like just attention to detail with how his hand moves, or even before the competition even started, when Kumiko is putting
her hand through the back of
Reina's hair and putting it
hair,
in the headband, and she's like going through it a couple times to make sure that she gets it nice and tight.
Right.
Like that. This is an anime. We are not worthy, and this is an anime made by people that love putting things into motion in the same way that this is Hibike Euphonium of let it resound and ring out. This is let it move, let it come to life. I
loved the bit where we then come full circle, and it's now Kumiko with her friends, people that she loves and cares about, alongside her, waiting for the results, and she's the one that has her eyes open, kind of looking around and realizing like what this is, and it's all going to happen potentially differently than before. And Reina's next to her, crying with her eyes shut and her head in her knees. But Kumiko's the one looking up, like, this could happen. This could be it right here.
One of the other things that I love about this and how it's set up, when we first saw them, like when we first saw Kumiko and how she was situated, I wasn't sure if this was like a flashback of her remembering back to the previous competition, sort of like to nail it down even further that they're coming full circle, right? But no, this is them in the present. And but there was something about how they were drawn with their knees tucked up against them and everything that made them seem like younger and more vulnerable. Like this is where they're like, okay, our hearts, we bared our hearts, we put everything into this.
Against the rocks
we could absolutely get dashed against the rocks here, right? They're in a protective mode, right? They're turtling up, right, on their chairs as they're waiting to see what's on that banner when it comes down. Lo and behold. They did it.
I'm so proud of them. And it's so special as well to have this be one of those moments where Kumiko is so invested in the results, not just because she wants to be one of those people that cares deeply about it like Reina did back in episode 1, but she sees how much this means to everyone else, so she can't help but get wrapped up in this whole thing as well. And of course she cares about it as well. She said as much to Reina before that she wants to be one of those people that can be special like her. So this is meaning a lot, not just to her individually, but because she's in the midst of all these other people that care as well. And it's not just the one person that, is going to, cry and freak out if they don't, hit gold. it's all of them. Like
Yeah.
if anything, she's like, if I didn't change, I would be the one. It would be the opposite. I would be the one that would be like, whatever.
Right.
I'd be happy with even a dud gold.
Yep.
But no, she's like, no. I want this right here, right now.
And I was actually worried for a second with how they were like waiting, like to even when it was revealed and everything, since there wasn't like a it didn't look like there was an order to the names. It was just here's the results, right? Okay,
Well, I
they
thought
got
there
gold, but I wasn't sure if it was like a gold or a dud gold.
Well, it said on the thing. That was the part where it kind of not really like spoiled it, but they said rather quickly on the thing here when it comes past that
Get a
there's
wind
a symbol.
ensemble competition.
Yeah, there's a symbol that flashes rather quickly when their name goes up there, and everyone starts cheering beforehand.
And she's looking for it, trying to read it and everything, and then
But it's almost like she already read it, and then she wanted to see if Reina
Reina's
was
reaction.
like looking at it, but then it flashes
Yeah.
the gold bit there,
right.
and then she says it.
Yep.
But yeah, like they get everyone's reaction poses to it, and it's really, really special. But I like that they did it for a lot of the characters that weren't out of the main four there.
Oh yeah, all the other people in
So, like,
in
Yuko.
the chairs and stuff.
Like Yuko ends up hugging.
Oh yeah.
Let me see here. Tsukamoto's crying. No, sorry. Yuko's just crying,
Right,
hands in her
because
face.
One
But
of
then
the
you have the president and Kaori with the exact same expression. Just,
Yep. And
like
one of
in
the
a praying.
reasons that I love that Yuko is sobbing like this is because this is basically her fears getting assuaged,
Yeah.
right? Or assuaged. I can't remember how to pronounce that word, but
I know what you mean.
But
yeah.
because her whole thing was, I don't want this to be the last bit for Kaori,
performance.
right? The fact that she was saying, I want Kaori to actually do the solo bit is
Yes.
because she was so convinced they were going to fail
Yep.
that this was going to be the absolute last
Yep.
time she would perform,
Yeah.
right? She didn't end up getting what she wanted.
Right.
Kaori didn't end up doing the solo,
Kaori
right?
did perform here.
She did perform here, but she didn't get to do the solo, and that crushed her, right? But now she realizes,
There's
oh
more.
wait, there's more. We get to go on.
We get another
even
chance.
if Kaori still doesn't end up getting like a solo piece or whatever. Our story's just beginning. We might actually be able to go to nationals. Like
Yeah.
her dream might end up being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Like.
And it's so
Okay.
emotional that everyone loses composure and everything. Even the principals cry.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know.
The one who stopped Taki from cheering with them,
Yeah.
earlier, which was great.
Oh, yes. Nakagawa to Asuka. Just, oh.
Yeah, I love
Reina
these
just
characters.
collapsing into
Just
Yumiko,
hugs
just
Kumiko.
hugging and stuff. And it's just, oh. But then this is the part. I mixed them up. But Yuko.
Oh yeah.
Yuko ends up not hugging but doing like this.
Look,
like
look,
it
it's-
happened.
yeah,
and it's her saying like, you get another performance, you get another chance. But Kaori's face of just like
Stunned. Yeah.
like,
And then
she's
the
just like-
president is just like starting to sob.
yeah, but I really love Kaori's expression because it's this thing of like, do I get this? Do I get this
Right.
opportunity? It's like she's holding it, but she's like, is it real?
Yeah.
Please, someone tell me if this is real. And it's like, it's real. It's
I'm not-
real. It's
I'm not dreaming or something,
yeah,
am
you're
I?
Not,
Like,
you're not dreaming. And
Yeah.
it just, it's so good.
uh-huh.
And I leave it to KyoAni to give us all these extra bits of animation, even like the little hand scrunching bit there. where,
No, not hand scrunching. That's hand holding.
I know, but it's the. I'm talking about the scrunching, meaning the tension,
right.
the
How
squeezing.
tightly? Yeah.
Yeah. Between
Yep.
Reina and Kumiko, it's just
Yep,
this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic season 1 finale. God, I can't wait for season 2 because it's
Yep.
gonna be we might be in sports mode in season 2 where it's more like
Okay, now we're going up
tournament.
against like the really like badass schools
Right,
out
right.
there.
And we need to maybe even get picky about a little bit more with like what music we choose. We need to play the harder music to show off maybe more of our skills.
And they
potentially.
also might have less time to prepare because they
Yep.
like with Hazuki,
Yep.
Taki gave her like the next piece that they were going to be working on.
Yeah.
Like so that way it's get extra practice in because
Right.
if the competition has already started, right? The first bracket is done, right? I mean, yeah, they'll give them time to practice, of course, but it's probably not going to be the same kind of time that they had to practice for the first one.
If that's the case, Jacob, logically it would make sense to have some people practicing for another performance, assuming that they win or something like that. If it's like if you lose this, you're not going to do another one. But it's like we know what the next performance is. So since we can't have all of you focusing on the next performance, some of you who are not necessarily doing as well, we might cycle you out.
Yeah, the repeat for Hazuki, where it's okay, maybe Hazuki is, because she got that extra time to practice, she's good enough to actually be in this next set, right? But then it's okay, now that, someone else then, wasn't able to make it in, right? All right, here's the piece for
if you're
actual nationals.
Right. If you're still able to practice and put in the results and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that time thing might be a part of it as well. Depending on what style this kind of next stage of their competition is. But given that it might be a summer-long thing, it might not be actually that they have a little amount of time.
Right.
It's just that...
Well, because I think summer's over now because they switched uniforms. They switched into the because they were like,
well,
these
she
uniforms
said, I wish
so
summer
hot.
could go on forever. And
Okay, wait, no, that's right. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
If anything, I think
same uniforms.
That was more of Asuka trying to kind of wish upon a star that this euphoric moment and stuff could last forever, and it was Kumiko being like, no, like this is the beginning, like you don't have to worry about that.
No, totally on that front. Yeah,
and it was that first year talking to a third year kind of feeling of like, no. We've got this.
I got confused by the part earlier where they were like, oh, these uniforms are so hot. For some reason, that made me think that they had just switched from like their summer uniforms to like their winter uniforms, but it was still kind of hot or something.
It might be that they haven't switched uniforms yet, and they're beginning summer, and now summer heat is being more of a problem.
Right.
But also it could just be nervousness and stuff where... you start sweating. You start getting
what's going on?
Yeah.
And when I say this, I don't 100. I only mean it as a meme a little bit. But the fact that KyoAni focuses on hand holding between our two main girls at the end of this victory,
totally.
like,
for sure.
Yep.
We had a little speech from the president that was rather sweet.
That was great.
We got a little bit of encouragement as well from Taki Sensei, saying how proud he is of them.
Yep.
And it's just that's my feeling, man. That's the whole thing right there.
Because that is something that I feel like can't be understated. Because the whole idea of, wow, I'm so proud of you, you've come so far. It's like, okay, yeah, that's great to have, But if we think of how Taki was at the beginning, not that he treated them necessarily any differently, but it was that
he wanted to make sure that they were serious.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that they were serious.
With that.
Right. It's the positive reinforcement sort of on top of the hard ass that he was being, right? Of if we're going for nationals, then this is what we got to do, right?
Drilling it into them.
Yeah. And now it's the I'm wanting to cheer with you because it's not me teaching you. It's all right. Let's all of us go to nationals.
Yeah, let's all exhibit the work that we put into this.
Right.
And I want to acknowledge and respect and honor that in this moment here, in a way that will be a form of encouragement.
Right.
Because it will lift their spirits and lend them into a positive state where they will be less likely to make mistakes as well. So it makes sense as the hard ass almost to do that, especially in this moment.
Like it feels like something where he's, even though he has a position that he's in, right, where he is the one that is directing them and they follow his instruction and all of that, he's treating them as peers, right? Even though he's, he's a pro and he's working at a high school and all that stuff and whatnot, but he's elevating pro level, but he's elevating them, right? And it's so I love
really
that.
Good, yeah. And then, of course, the president being the one that stuck through the last year, which was not fun.
No.
And now getting to see the fruits of that determination and grit with this new year where the stars aligned, a lot of really fortunate things happened, but also everyone decided this.
Yeah.
You didn't have to push them. That's kind of special. just to think that she's acknowledging them, and while she had a huge part to play in a lot of this, she was pushing specific key people at certain times and helping them and being there for them. This was the group as well. So
right, the organization took on a life of its own. So she's still the leader in that sense, but she doesn't have to be. She doesn't have to be like pulling a stubborn mule,
people. Exactly. So she gets to breathe a little bit, and then Oscar, speech.
Right.
It's so good. But y'all, that's season 1.
That's season 1. The one thing that I want to see that I'm really glad that they didn't put it here, because that would have been a different tone. It's not the thing to focus on here, right?
Right.
I want to see, though, how the sister responds, given the fact that they got the gold and they're going to the regionals.
Yep.
Because that's a big deal.
That is a huge deal.
And I could see her getting, bitter, continuing what she's done or whatever, but also potentially being like, well, good job, but then also, I'm sorry
I was wrong.
I'm sorry I was making this so difficult for you, right? I should have been more encouraging.
There's some really good family stuff that can come out of this. And I think the big part of it, personally, is the mom was at home. Did you notice that? And they avoided showing her face.
Yes.
That was very intentional. One of the things that I have heard is less of a thing in Japan than it is in like the US. Is in US it's kind of like a you must be at your kid's performance kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
They didn't go to the performance.
That is true.
That is I think there is a 1% chance that they did show up, and it's just something that's not brought up because it's not relevant.
Yeah,
but the way
the parents of the high schoolers aren't going to be in this story, kind of a thing.
Right. But the way it was shot in a weird way was almost like it was Kumiko avoiding her mom's face in any way.
I didn't think about that.
I think there's a possibility that when she shows up with the results, then it could be a thing of where they're like, oh, now we'll show up.
Right, because now
that could lead to some interesting drama.
Well, yeah, because one of the things that Kumiko's family doesn't necessarily have to know how hard she's been working on this.
Nope, not really.
Because she doesn't study at home, right? She doesn't practice at home, right? And she might stay out late, but that could be hanging with friends. That could be, all sorts of things. But now it's the, no. This is what I'm doing.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Yeah, we got the gold at Kyoto, right? I'm going to be practicing at home now as well.
We're going to win
and we're going to win Kansai. We're going to nationals. And then because I can only imagine, and this is 100% speculation, right? But with how Kumiko was at the beginning of the story, I would not be surprised if Kumiko's mom, I don't want to say concerned like some really negative thing, but like in the general kind of parental, just, sort of worrying about their kids and how they're doing, right? What kind of response will she also have potentially to this happening? Now, it might be something where the story isn't going to make the parents characters,
Yeah.
Totally possible, but at the very least, I'm really excited to see what happens with the sister. And season 2 is going to be great.
So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.